Welcome to F12 MJD News Updates. Greetings and peace, dear people of God. The election fever is over. The anxious rakyat breathe easy. The Advent paves the way for new times. Pray for the new 10th PM and the new unity government. May the leaders deliver on their promises. For us, the long-awaited MJD 50 is here. The winds of change are here. Rebuilding times. The aftermath of the pandemic left in its wake countless deaths, disrupted families, broken relationships, emergence of the new poor, lost livelihood, damaged economy, divisive politics and politicians, and a slow return to normalcy. Some signs of relief are appearing. Hope has replaced skepticism. Order is taking over from disorder. Feedbacks from all quarters are being heard, and the Wakil Rakyats are trying to behave. No one is perfect, neither organizations nor governments. Even the church owns up to its failings and follies. Archbishop Desmond Tutu once said, "There can be no future unless there is peace. There can be no peace unless there is reconciliation. True reconciliation exposes the awfulness, the abuse, the pain, the hurt, and the truth. We desire a future of peace founded on truth and justice. There is no room for prejudice, personal agenda, cocooned existence, uninformed mindset, and arrogant ignorance. Be informed Catholics and Malaysians. Ignorance is not bliss." A thought for the week. One day, an acquaintance met Socrates, the great philosopher, and said, "Do you know what I just heard about your friend?" "Hold on a minute," Socrates replied. "Before telling me anything, I'd like you to pass a little test. It is called the triple filter test. The first filter is truth. Have you made absolutely sure that what you are about to tell is true? The second filter is goodness. Is what you are about to tell me about my friend something good? The third filter is usefulness. Is what you want to tell me about my friend going to be useful to me?" The acquaintance's reply was no to the three tests. "Well," concluded Socrates, "if what you want to tell me is neither true nor good or even useful, why tell it to me at all?" The TikTok, the social media, the charamas, the coffee shop talks, and church gossip very rarely verify facts, news, and reports. It's sad. Announcements for this week. 1. On the 3rd of December 2022, on the feast day of St. Francis Xavier, the Malacca, Johore Diocese gathers for the merging of lights and the gathering of pilgrims and the Jubilee Mass with the nuncio and the other bishops and priests. There will be no masses in the parishes, in all the parishes, on the 3rd of December 2022, Saturday. Masses will be telecast online to those at home and in the parishes from Majodi Center. 2. The 18th December 2022 is set aside as the Parish Jubilee Day, and that's the day the Malacca Johore Diocese was established. Celebrate your history, story, and missionary presence. Q&Q asks, What does it mean to be committed to the common good? First, it means a concern for the good of the world, which is deeply rooted in both scriptures and the Catholic Church's social teaching and doctrine. Second, briefly, it refers to the specific demands of the common good deeply connected to the fundamental dignity and the rights of the human person. These demands concern above all the commitment to peace, the organization of the state's powers, a sound juridical system, the protection of the environment, and the provision of essential services to all, some of which are at the same time human rights: food, housing, work, education, and access to culture, transportation, basic health care, the freedom of communication and expression, and the protection of religious freedom. Third, the Hebrew scriptures call us to look beyond one's own self-interest to create a just and healthy community. And the Gospels teach us to love God with all our heart, mind, and soul, and to love our neighbors as ourselves and be the Good Samaritan. Father Richard Rowe reminds us that the so-called vertical line towards God must be embodied by a horizontal line toward everything else. The common good also requires a concern for the entire world community. Pope John the 23rd in 1963 introduced the phrase universal common good in the Catholic social tradition in recognition of the duty to promote the good of our neighbors around the world as well as at home. Wishing you, dear people of God, pastoral workers, catechists, ministers, all congregations in the diocese and the clergy, a blessed golden jubilee to you all. Thank you for sowing the seeds of faith, the many acts of compassion, and for preparing the grounds for our children and their future. We are still building His kingdom here. The work is not finished. Let us continue to be a light of hope to the wounded and the broken. Take, bless, break, give. It only took 5 loaves and 2 fishes for God to work a miracle. God bless you all.